Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness introducing the infamous Illuminati from Marvel Comics, we're left to wonder what's next for this powerful and influential superhero team. We're going to run through the members of the team and explain where we may see them again in a future MCU project.
The Illuminati will see you now.
After Doctor Strange and America Chavez travel to the seemingly utopian Universe 838, the two are subdued by that world's Baron Mordo and taken to the headquarters of the Illuminati. Strange is put on a trial of sorts by the council consisting of Mordo, Peggy Carter, known as Captain Carter in this universe, a Maria Rambeau variant of Captain Marvel, Charles Xavier, or Professor X for short, Blackagar Boltagon, better known as Black Bolt, and Reed Richards, who everybody calls Mr. Fantastic even though he's technically a doctor. The group is quick to condemn 616 Strange because of the actions of 838 Strange, who abused the dark magic of the Darkhold and was executed for causing an incursion that destroyed an entire universe. But of course the trial is interrupted by a dreamwalking Scarlet Witch and the group is quickly decimated in horrific fashion. This leaves us to wonder what the future of the Illuminati will be in the MCU, if there's going to be one at all, so let's run through what happened to each member and where we might see them again. The sole survivor of Wanda Maximoff's attack on the Illuminati headquarters is Mordo, who only managed to survive the ordeal because instead of fighting the Scarlet Witch, he was brawling with Strange in the council chamber. If any of the Illuminati members have a chance of appearing in a future MCU project, it's likely going to be him. It wouldn't be a huge surprise to see this version of Mordo show up again, possibly seeking revenge on 616 Strange for what happened to his fellow Illuminati members, even though that's all actually Wanda's fault. You know how villains are. Then again, even if we've seen the last of 838 Mordo, there's still the matter of 616 Mordo, who turned heel at the end of the first Doctor Strange movie and, according to Strange, has been trying to kill him.
Because I see at long last what's wrong with the world. Too many sorcerers.
The Multiverse of Madness credits did end with the unsurprising message promising that Doctor Strange will return, so whenever he does, maybe for Doctor Strange 3, we would love to see Chiwetel Ejiofor reprise his role once more.
This is nice. You mind if I have a go? Ow!
Considering her powers begin and end with super strength, Captain Carter put up a good fight against the Scarlet Witch, teaming up with Captain Marvel and using her jetpack and trusty shield to keep Wanda off balance. But in the end, Peggy didn't stand half a chance. Get it? Sorry, too soon? This character might appear to be the Captain Carter from Marvel's What If animated series on Disney+, but it seems it was not that Captain Carter, so this one might have met her demise, but we still expect to see Captain Carter return in animated form for the already announced Season 2 of What If. Captain Marvel's cosmic superpowers were able to give Wanda a run for her money, but in the end, she was defeated and seemingly killed after Wanda brought down a statue that crushed her to death. Those who saw 2019's Captain Marvel movie first met Maria Rambeau as the longtime friend and fellow pilot to Brie Larson's Carol Danvers. Then in WandaVision, we met her daughter Monica Rambeau, played by Teyonah Parris, and learned that her mom had passed away after a battle with cancer. But it seems in this universe, Maria was the one who got superpowers instead of Carol, and went on to become a superhero. Unfortunately, this feels like a one-and-done appearance for the character, a fun surprise return for Lashana Lynch. However, her daughter Monica is set to return alongside Carol and meet newcomer Miss Marvel in the Captain Marvel sequel, The Marvels.
I'm a superhero.
The original leader of the X-Men himself, Professor X did his best to save Wanda from herself, but in the end his telepathic powers weren't quite enough and Wanda killed him with a brutal psychic neck snap. Between his green suit, yellow hover chair, and the familiar theme music, this Professor X variant was clearly inspired by X-Men the Animated Series that debuted in 1992. It makes sense this is a different Professor X than the one whose adventures we followed in the Fox X-Men movies, given that we never saw other heroes like Captain Marvel or Black Bolt running around in the Fox universe. While we don't expect to see Sir Patrick Stewart reprise the role again, we still don't know Kevin Feige's plan for bringing the X-Men to the MCU, so it's entirely possible Professor X will have a role to play. In the meantime, fans of the X-Men cartoon will be able to enjoy a continuation of the series when it comes to Disney+. Fun fact, Professor X is one of the original members of the Illuminati in the comics, along with the next two characters. Even though Black Bolt can obliterate a person with his unbelievably powerful voice, he was quickly dispatched by the Scarlet Witch when she magically sealed his mouth shut, causing his power to build up inside his head and explode. Yikes. The King of the Inhumans has a spotty MCU record as the infamous Inhumans show bombed and was cancelled after one horribly received season. Marvel hasn't announced any upcoming plans for an Inhumans return, so this may be the only time we see Black Bolt on the big screen for quite some time. Finally, Mr. Fantastic tried to reason with Wanda, but she was fine turning him into a pile of blue raspberry Twizzlers, knowing that the Invisible Woman would be around to raise the kids. John Krasinski was the top fan cast choice for years, so it was a surprise delight to see that Marvel actually made it happen. That said, it's unclear whether he'll reprise the role in the upcoming Fantastic Four movie, which currently doesn't even have a director following the departure of Spider-Man director John Watts. As the Loki series showed us, variants can look just like the original, or they can look wildly different. So it's possible Krasinski will return, but it could be that this was a one-time cameo appearance done as a treat for the fans. While the 838 version of the Illuminati was wiped out, save for Mordo and maybe Captain Marvel if she survived being crushed under that statue, this may not be the last we see of that team. Doctor Strange was a founding member of the Illuminati in the comics, so perhaps meeting this version will inspire him to start his own version of the team back on Earth 616. The original comics roster included Professor X, Mr. Fantastic, Black Bolt, Iron Man, and Namor the Submariner, and while that roster isn't quite a possibility with the current MCU lineup, it wouldn't surprise us if Doctor Strange recruited the world's top minds to help protect the multiverse. For instance, Bruce Banner, Shuri, Hank Pym, and Jane Foster come to mind. Whoever winds up on a potential 616 Illuminati team would have their work cut out for them, because in the comics, it's the Illuminati who tackle the growing threat of incursions, and that eventually leads to the iconic Secret Wars storyline, which may very well be where all of this is headed for Marvel's next big crossover movie. So there you have it. What's your theory on what's next for the Illuminati? Let us know your wildest conspiracies in the comments below, and be sure to check out our other videos on Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. For everything Marvel and superheroes of every other multiverse, be sure to follow and subscribe to IGN wherever you like to watch.